Well, hello, good morning. It's your old mate Dave Spencer back with you once again, off on another one of our transport adventures, this time not too far from home. 10 minutes down the road, Kelsall 2025. Glorious weather. It's probably going to be the hottest day of the year, possibly up into the 30s. At the moment we got some clouds, some blackish looking clouds. Thunderstorms are forecast. I've got the brolly. Anyway, we'll probably have a chat as we go round, and if not, well, certainly at the end of this film. Don't know how many lorries there's going to be, because yes, we shall see what we shall see. And I better get on with it. It's going to be a stonker today, and I'll see you later. I just feel the temperature starting to climb up. I think that normally it reaches its hottest about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Yesterday it got up to about 31 as I drove up from Poole in Dorset. Been down there doing the buses, before that in Bournemouth in the morning doing buses. Day before that I'd had a session all morning at Southampton docks before doing the buses in Southampton, and preceding all that I was over on the Isle of Wight, not for the festival. I managed to get there and back before it all started.
Hey there, mate, you alright? Yeah, good.
There you go. Get my revenge by seeing what they've taken a picture of and getting away with that. Oh, just when you think it's all over, we get another load coming in.
wash it off, we should pass it.
Now, if I remember rightly, these are parked out here so they can get out a bit earlier because they've got to go all the way back to Scotland. So we've got a special arrangement. If you didn't come out to the parking area and unloading area for the lorries, you wouldn't see them, would you? So best to keep your eyes peeled. Of course, here you've got the annoyance of all the support vehicles coming through. But later on today we'll be the site of an exodus, one of the two gates. And there's an awful lot of wagons to go out of those gates. I think the tractors have just been into the ring, making their way back. Noise is off. It's a little bit of a truck fest here, isn't it? Sort of a show within a show, but you've got to come and see it. A lot of the Scottish ones here actually all over, because they've all got the same problem getting back home. My thoughts as to where to visit next week, when Andy's still over in Ireland, was to go to Scotland, but the weather forecast pretty bleak, with rain forecast pretty well every day. Things can change, so I'm going to leave it all to the last minute. My fallback arrangements are to go to Essex and East Anglia, and perhaps get some trucks down at Felixstowe. I haven't been there for quite a while. So many things crossed, hoping that the rain will keep away at least until later in the afternoon, when we've had a chance to look at most things. Well, I'm just going to wander amongst the mixed ranks further down the field here. Somebody said they've got something else for the IRS, so perhaps I've got to look at my work cut out in that direction as well. Oh, somebody else has got a seat there. I reckon he's been sat there doing his polishing perhaps. Oh, I think he's doing his barbecue now. Thank you. Now, in a bit we'll be seeing a few lorries that purport to be Bedford, but they're not. They're AWDs, but somebody's rather enjoyed the thought of having Bedford on the front. Not this one, but I know some of the ones which are, because somebody's just told me all about it. So I rather fancy this one. It's definitely a AWD. You can tell from the sort of style of the front there, can't you? It's the giveaway. And this one has its ownership clearly displayed. I just noticed that the battery on my microphone needs a replacing. I do happen to have a replacement in my kit, but if so, I might use the opportunity then to take the opportunity to have something to eat and a sip of water. Yeah, so you get on with that and we'll wait for the sun to come out. Yeah. That's several hours ahead of when they said. Just changed the battery on the microphone, and I'll be standing by there with the umbrella. I think it's going to turn into something, perhaps. I don't know sort of when to call it.
You sound well.
Get the brolly out. Either get the brolly out or go around the back of one of them, sit down and have an impromptu picnic. met some people I knew, in addition to our fans we were chatting to earlier on. Brilliant, isn't it? Lovely meeting people. As you go, stop and have a little chit chat. Well, the rain hasn't turned into anything as yet, so we got away with that. I can hear music booming somewhere. Of course that puts the moppers on filming anything anywhere around it, or you have to dub some sound. It's not too bad when it's a stage. Even worse, pop any sound on and people wouldn't know. Oh, guess you're giving away trade secrets, aren't you, Dave? Thames Trader. Once a very common sight on the roads. Not many of these around these days. Whatever country you're in, unless you know otherwise. Answers on a postcard and all that. Hey, hey.
See you later.
And we now got people strolling around, so perhaps that might mean it's time to go and do the ERS and the Odens. And somebody said they got stuff tucked down the end of the field. It was always a bit of a wasted area, but no public ever found their way there, which for me wasn't a bad thing. Very tidy looking wagon. Very nice. I like that one. Have I seen it before? I don't think so, but I might have. With the many Bedfords I've seen in my life. Oh, I bet one thing I know, none of them is ever going to make it to preservation over in Bangladesh. So they'll just go to the scrap man. Well, the rain is coming down now, so brolly's up, and it's going to take us a little bit longer to do things in the rain. At least we're not going to get cold though. Well, it's better than the torrential downpours that were promised in the afternoon, but we didn't have any rain promised for the morning. There you go, you get what you get. It's very much the case that the trucks are tucked away all over the show. I did take the opportunity to have a little munch of my sandwiches and a swig of water. Thank you. I consider it. Yeah. We have definitely got the public.
I have to park them all in a certain way. You've got them all across. You've got to get lined up there.
I'm like that.
You can make money, you know. Pound per piece of information, you know.
You're not washing your lorry today?
No.
Good, you can go and do a bloody car today.
Oh my God, you
we
should
were
see the
parked
car.
just down the road from Lomas yesterday. Most of them are loads. Yeah. How are you anyway, Grumpy? Yeah, getting there slowly. Yeah. Living the dream.
Well, I'm just going to have to go slow and steady now. Oh, it's raining.
We wanted really good model shows and that really. We wanted really
I said I wait for that ending, yeah. I can turn that all over.
No, really, no, you've been mistaken. We've got Haribo. Use the place for Haribo.
Well, it's certainly taking the old wind out the sails now, isn't it? And just do what we can do. And hope we don't get too many people walking in front of us.
Sorry.
They just don't really seem to look where they're going at all. We'll confront the lorries as well. Might be time to retreat to the ERF ranks. Ah, the public never make it there. Well, somebody's turned his sound off, so whether they've noticed the camera, which would be a nice thought, wouldn't it? It certainly means you can't put it on YouTube, so have to avoid those that are playing the boom boom stuff. Can't do much fancy zooming and in out and concentrating on detail. I can just hold the brolly and do the biz. Has it left off yet? Actually, I think it probably has more or less left off. So we'll wind up the brolly, put him back in the old order. Far too many people down here. Some of them are going to have to go. Well, with weather like this, we could film right into the evening, no problem at all. Whether I've got the stamina to do that would be another question. Well, I've just walked away quickly from the noise, but it's still playing in the background, so I could get picked up on it on YouTube, so better move on again.
Maybe one is just on the field stays on the field. But I thought that we were going for. I had it. So, I just so, first time out,
I'm away for the weekend.
That's too much new stuff to listen for me. I prefer, I'm there, listen, that day, a lot of the stuff, a lot of the leaders and success, a lot of the other
Well, the rain's hovering. It's not doing anything too dramatic, so I've put the brolly away for the minute. At least we haven't got any music on this part of the field. Can't linger too much because they just walk straight in front of you and don't bother. See for the price I want in that shot. How's that?
If you get us,
Takes a bit more thinking when you're working away along the rows, doing both sides, and your memory span's quite limited like mine. Goodness knows how I remember what I've done down on the classic and vintage roads. A lot of dogs about. Happy to greet somebody. That's misery when you get the public in, it really is.
Really? He's into more fish.
Well, don't come crying to me if I didn't get shot at somebody's wagon. The meeting of the dog club area. They might just be standing for the fun of it, taking pictures of it. Good day for having ice cream and walk in front of everybody. Oh, thanks.
Oh, sorry.
Well, not really. Right, definitely time not to be where there are lots of people. Rain just hovering there. It's not really sure what to do. Don't do any. Oh, it is. Brolly coming out. Of that there is no doubt. There we go. It's raining properly now. Are we downhearted? Yes. So I thought today we would have got a bit more nice weather. This is supposed to be the peak of the heat wave. It's about 10 degrees. I think I'm getting goose pimples. Weather forecast wrong as usual. Hey, it's cleared a lot of the people away though. Good old rain. I thought my microphone battery must be getting a bit old because the battery's been in it for a long time. I just bought one while I was out and about down in Hampshire over the last couple of days, and I bought one there in Marks and Spencer's. The battery cost £5.50, will cost a couple of quid anywhere else.
Yeah, it's it. Never had time when I was doing it. Yeah. It was a case of drop, did it, drop it. I'll see you in a bit. See you in a bit.
Well, hammering it down, I really need to think about what to do, except for the glorious sight of no people. They've all sort of vanished. And I'd sort of try, if it stopped raining, I don't think it'd take long to sort of get dry again in this in the warmth. Just got the still cameras to worry about as well. It's nice to have quite a good attendance of sort of more recent classic trucks. The only minus thing is that the wind's getting up at the same time, and people are using the trucks for shelter. Fair weather roamers around, whatever you call them, wanderers. I'm not always sure exactly what they're looking at. Perhaps they're just looking where the next burger's going to come from. Anyway, obviously got a lot of Welsh ancestry in their business. That was a joke.
Watch out, don't get in the shot.
Well, certainly don't want to be anywhere near the beer tent, not with the weather like this, and they'll be there. Well, I don't think I've seen this one before.
It'll be for the next year.
Very interesting.
It is.
Well, just in case the weather's even worse tomorrow, I thought I'd get a few more shots in on the lineups of the older ones, and not so older ones of course, so that I don't have to worry about it tomorrow. Well, at least once I sort of linking to where I was up to, I can pretty well retrace my steps in the opposite direction. No sun to worry about. You see a lot of old ones of these on the continent, but not so many in the UK. I don't know why they don't sort of spill some of the other things down into the far off fields. take more people down there and get more wagons in, a bit more space between them. Obviously success to some extent, its downfall. Starting to pull a bit. I really do think I need to take a little bit of a break, but I haven't got to worry about the heat. The heat was supposed to be the problem today. We haven't got no heat. Probably wishing I bought. Oh, I have got a coat. You know, I have got a waterproof coat in the boot of the car. Rather nice, even lighting conditions. Oh, old David was on about the light, isn't he? Well, it's a big thing when you're taking pictures, really, and video. Trying to do about 20 seconds of vehicle, and it's about enough. We're just having a long chat with people who are fans of our trucking films. It's nice, makes a difference in the old buses. Yeah, it's always good to meet the old fans out there. Got to have a fan base, haven't we? Otherwise we wouldn't be in public media. Doesn't hurt anybody. Nice. And people get very afraid of things like the media and say, oh, I've heard all sorts of tales about it. I think, well, if you're selective about what you do, what you subscribe to, and if you're looking for lorries or buses or something, you usually probably find them, and if anything else looks like it's popping up, well, just delete it. Don't go there. I noticed there's a few vehicles must have snuck in while I was otherwise engaged with the lorries and the bus front, so I'll just pop round there and see what's there. Scott's Greys, and the registered address, I don't know if it's the person who owns it or for Scott's Greys, is in Valley Street, Darlington, and that's where one of our offices when I had my day job, and going back a few years when we had an international division there, and that was the address, Valley Street, Darlington. And one from the fleet of Mr. Emerton. I've not seen him here with his cross-country mobility scooter, but I think his son tends to bring the vehicles out these days. Well, I say, last time I was here was 2 years ago though, so I hope all's well. Lovely old gentleman, and fantastic collection of vehicles. I'm sure it's safe in his son's hands. These not another one, so it should have got more sense. Yeah, there you go. Well, quite unusual livery to see Northern Irish one in. I think there was a bit of a story behind it. I think perhaps they just like the idea of green and cream. That was quite nice, isn't it? There's a few buses here that we see regularly on the old circuit of bus rallies.
I'm still going to lot to have stuff like that.
Well, the minus thing is that it stopped raining. Of course, it stopped raining, people are coming out again. But now I've started going back through the roads the other way around. I better. Now I've started, now I've finished. There's a lot of elements of it being a dog show today. Forward control Land Rover. I assume it's probably ex-military. There's a lot of people now collecting construction equipment and plant. All manner of different things, such as this nice big crane. Quite an old base for it. And there was an old fire engine at Gaydon last weekend. The guy was taking people up on the basket. I should have asked, I didn't think they would. But he did. I've got a few shots of some of the kit that we used at work over the years. We were mechanical engineering, but we certainly had a lot of big cranes in from time to time. We had Ainsco's cranes. We went to a lot of dudes up in their office there in Lancashire. I'm absolutely sure this was at Gaydon last weekend. Unless you know otherwise. I'm pretty sure he was. Oh, we've still got a lot of lorries to look at. Are we going to get around the whole field today? I don't know. I don't know if my stamina's up to that. There's all sorts of other things. There's the cars, there's a couple of vans usually scattered amongst the cars, and also the steamers, of course. Rather smart. Our neighbour's got a lot of older vehicles. He's got a breakdown flat back thing which breaks down itself, and he has to get the AA out to fix it. And he's got a van that's got all sorts of breakdown wording on it, and he bought a wrap. What it's absolutely a cover for, I don't know. You can imagine all the things that the neighbours are imagining they're up to, and very strange living opposite somebody like that. After roads caking up with these vehicles, we had a bit of a do the other week, and not a very nice chap really, but he's got a girlfriend who sort of lives there some of the time, a little kiddie. They're pleasant, but yeah, Pat we could do without. The people that let the house to him, they don't want anything to do with it. Local family that made their money out of the village, but they don't want to do anything for it. Yeah, I think one of the nice things of today is a lot of vehicles are different from those at Gaydon last week. nice to have a different mix, isn't it? And I'm sure some of them I haven't seen. Of course, I wasn't here last year, so some of them might have crept in then. Who knows? Gosh, I don't know. I know nothing. That's what Corporal Klinger used to say. You'll have to look that one up if you're not old enough to remember. Gorgeous Morris commercial. I told you the anecdote earlier about the one that I got very familiar with in hazardous circumstances in Burma, Myanmar as they call it. Shame about the sort of military rule again there. Lovely place, great people, very switched on. Some of the most switched on people regarding vehicles I've ever met. You got old Ford Ds. We talked about those again a bit ago when we were talking about Cyprus and the red soil villages potato harvest. There were several Ford Ds there still working away. So it's very nice to find this what you expect to get, you do get. You have to wander far and wide over fields and tracks, plough fields even. Yes, the vehicle, you need to get it from Rent-A-Wreck. I think today you can call it the day of leaden sky. That particular summery mix of clouds and sun buried away somewhere. It's not particularly clammy because the rain didn't come to that much. It's supposed to be hammering it down later on, so perhaps what we've had so far was just the practice. It's rather nice for Morn Flakes. In fact, the Morn Flakes fleet had some fairly old vehicles in it. They used to bring their older vehicles here to the rally, and they always used to wave to enthusiasts. I think this would be my favourite, perhaps, for putting on my drive. There's a bit less of the old language, please. I don't know why they come to a public event and they sort of go around swearing. Well, I've seen it all in Britain now. I've seen it in Hong Kong, never before in Britain, a pushchair of dogs. Oh, there's something about that era, isn't it, when things were just right. You know, we made so many marvellous things there in Britain, didn't we? Our railways, our locos, they were fantastic. Our liners, I remember those as I grew up, with the books with them in colour and the engines in colour and everything you looked at, the cars, the wagons, the aeroplanes, of course. Oh gosh, the designs of that era, they were just so right. Never has a time sort of so well exemplified itself in what was being manufactured. And yeah, if I had my time machine, I would head back to the 50s. I know we've seen this one around a few times. I think this one's been to Llandudno. Perhaps it's there every year and here every year, but certainly exemplifies that sort of style of bodywork on the Austin chassis. There are various sort of versions of this used by sort of municipals, etc. Well, I wonder how it's going around the show. It's all sorts of things happening. They have lawnmower racing and tractor pulling, all manner of events to keep people amused. Some people, well, they get amused in the beer tent. Perhaps not quite the weather, and perhaps not quite the call for the amount of liquid one would have thought, given the fact this is going to be the peak of the heat wave. Got that wrong. The phone with the so-called Mickey Mouse cab. Another thing that just sits there looking so well, so much experience, and everything about it just exudes style.
I just thought it'd be alright with me doing it. Yeah. Yeah.
What's he going to do? Climb in the cab and take a picture of it? We might be getting near the sort of noisy bits with sounds coming out which might clash on YouTube, but that's not a problem because we can either replace the sound or come early tomorrow, perhaps come here then shoot back to church and then back again for the departures.